Hello, how are you going today? Hope you're having a good morning. My name's Adam, I'm from Cookin' Kid. That's my blog, it's about me and my daughter, and each week we do some cooking together and we write a little bit about it, we take some photos, we talk about it, and we have a lot of fun time doing it, which is what I'm trying to encourage here, is people in the same space trying to achieve the same goal and learning, doing fun stuff together. Food's important to us all, so food seems like a good place for us to start. I'm a chef by trade. I've been doing it for a long time now, so just trying to pass on a little bit of what I do to Kid, my daughter. And she's only with me a couple of days a week, so that's why it's kind of important to me to use that time effectively and well, and do things together rather than you go and play on your screen while I make food. Well, let's both make food and then we can both go play on our screens, because I like screens too. So this week, just in light of last week's, I talked about some oil, and I was considering some of my favourite oils, and one of them is avocado oil, so I just wanted to have a chat about avocados this week. I'm going to do something weird here. I'm going to turn the screen like that. I don't know how that works for Periscope. If it doesn't work, I won't do it again, but just bear with me for now. Okay, so avocado oil comes by pressing these lovely fruit and extracting the oil out of them. And what they end up with is this beautiful, vibrant, yeah, you can see that, really green, lovely oil. It's even darker than most olive oils come, and it tastes like avocado. It's wonderful, and I really like to use it on salads, and even for marinades is good, but mainly just salads or mopping up with bread. It's absolutely outstanding. So I am in Brisbane on the east coast of Australia, about halfway up if you don't know your geography. And the avocados we deal with here are three varieties generally. This one here is a shepherd. Sorry, this is not a shepherd, this is a Hass. Hass is the small round ones, and they're really, really rough on the outside, very dark skin. And these ones here are the same, they're just little baby Hass. Often find these ones in little roadside markets and fruit stalls, that sort of thing. They're really good, but they're very unpredictable, the baby ones, because they sometimes don't ripen very nicely. So, they might ripen in a day or go overripe very quickly. It's hard to tell. The other one, as I mentioned, is a shepherd avocado, and they come at different times of year. They are generally a bit firmer fleshed than the Hass, and they ripen a little more evenly. Sometimes they get those little stones on the skin, though. But they're the elongated, sort of more this kind of colour, and smoother skin. That's a shepherd. This one's called a reed, and I haven't seen those around that much, but I've just seen them in the supermarket lately. I've found that these ones too, much like these little guys here, don't actually ripen up that nicely, not like the Hass do. So anyway, I'm talking about avocados because this is one of my favourite foods. It's something I could eat every day. If there was nothing else around to eat, there's always something if there's an avocado. And Kid feels the same. If we're having a salad, there's always an avocado in it. If I get home late at night and I've got nothing to eat, if there's an avocado, I've got a meal, and I'm pretty happy. So, just a quick demo. Getting into an avocado, attack it from the top, sharp knife, and just very gently so that you don't cut yourself, because this is one of those awkward times when, normally when we use a knife, the rule should be aim the knife away from you. But it sort of doesn't work in this situation. And so we cut it open, and look at that. Beautiful, ripe, lovely avocado. Get rid of the pip, take your knife, watch what you're doing, and just very gently tap and turn, and out comes your pip. And there you go. So you shouldn't be in here trying to, do all these funky things or flinging it away with a spoon and take someone's eye out. Just a very gentle tap with your knife, and that will come out. Now from here you've got a couple of options. One, take a spoon, get right in on that skin, scoop it out, and you've got a lovely half an avocado there. And from there, well, you might do a nice little fan on a plate or something, or you might chop it into little chunks to go in the salad, or toss it through a pasta. One thing that really irks me about avocado, and everyone, each their own obviously, I can't stand cooked avocado. I think it's got to be fresh, and if it's going to go on something cooked, put it on afterwards, like a toasty or something like that, but please, don't cook my avocado. I just don't dig it. Now, something else you can do, which I do sometimes, I like to go up the coast a bit and catch some waves on my surf ski, and it always leaves me absolutely starving afterwards. And so what I was doing was just eating some cereal or a muesli bar or something, having some coffee, driving home. It's an hour and a half, and feeling really tired and just, you know, having to pull over a lot. It was kind of dangerous, actually. But I really had to sort out a different plan. So what I've been doing is take up an avocado and a knife and a packet of rice crackers, and I don't need a plate, I don't need anything other than my avocado and my spoon, and you can do everything in its own little bowl here. If you just take it and smush it and scrape it, and smush it and scrape it, and you add a little salt, if you've got some salt with you, but what I like to do is take some Tabasco, and here is the world's smallest bottle of Tabasco, which I nicked from a function recently. How cute is that? And just put a little bit of that on, and then you're ready to go. You just eat it straight out. Kid actually does this at school now. She takes an avocado and will, she doesn't take a knife, but she hacks into it with a spoon and will halve it that way, and just sit there and do that, and she has a nice time. She takes a little wedge of lemon, gives it a squeeze, and that's on her school lunch. But what I'm finding, for me, is that eating this fills me up, and I don't get logy on the way home down the road. Like I have a coffee or a cup of tea or something, sure, but this and plenty of water, and I'm not feeling as worn out, I guess. But it's great. It's take with you anywhere. Comes in its own bowl. Good to go. I'm not here to sell avocados for anybody. I'm just telling you what my favourite stuff about avocado is. Now, avocado goes also with so many other things. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to touch on, storage. This is what happens when you don't put lemon and alfoil on your avocado. So I cut this open a couple of days ago, thinking I'll come back to that, and I forgot to squeeze it with some lemon or some lime juice, and because it wants to oxidize. Lemon juice will prevent that. Same with your apples or your pears or whatever, you know. And so alfoil helps as well, apparently. Now, if this happens, and it's only been a day or so, and you get a bit of brown, or you get a bit of brown on top of your guacamole or whatever you've made, you can normally save it just by cutting that off, because it's normally just the surface that's ruined. Look at that. Beautiful. See? Good to go again. So we didn't need to waste that whole avocado. I'll actually have that for breakfast soon. Now, just let me get this out of the way, and we'll talk about, just quickly, why avocado is so awesome. Because it goes with so many things. Now, we here, in our house especially, maybe it's different at your place, like really savoury things with avocado. I like it on toast for brekkie. I like it with seeds and nuts, chopped up, sprinkled on top, on rice crackers, in a salad with tomato, fresh tomato, because it's got that nice tartness that really goes well with the avocado. We all like avocado on toast, I imagine. You see it everywhere on breakfast menus at the moment. Avocado smash. It's just chefies having a bit of a play with their menus and their words. Good luck to us. We need some fun in our lives. And eggs, of course, as well. Anything salty for us, really, isn't it? Salty and lemon, like some nice salty cheese, halloumi or a feta, some olives, those kind of Mediterranean flavours, really suit well. And as with Japanese food, we find it here, we're putting it in our sushi and dipping it in soy sauce and loving that. Corn chips, of course. Smash it up, eat it with some corn chips. There's not many corn chips left, I don't know how that happened. Spring onions, all of these savoury things, and the Tabasco sauce. The thing I found interesting at an avocado masterclass, yes, recently, well a couple of years ago now I guess, was having my eyes opened up to the fact that only half the world, approximately, I didn't do a survey, eats their avocado savoury. There are people in this world who look at that avocado, or will say, look at this avocado here, and think, where's the sugar? And they'll sprinkle sugar on it and eat it out of there with some sugar and a spoon. You know, you're freaking out, it's weird, right? It's not, it's just another way to eat them. And one that, I guess, having grown up where I have, was a little, like I said, eye-opening. But it's interesting because since then I've gone down a few different paths with them, and these masterclasses were all about experimenting and trying different things and seeing what we can come up with. They go really well in sweets, in the same sort of way that you might use a banana in, say, a chocolate mousse or that sort of thing. Avocado and chocolate are a really, really nice mix. As long as you can get it to not just taste like avocado dipped with chocolate in it, I guess. I made one the other night with some coconut milk and some avocado. I was cooking for a dietary requirement, and melted chocolate and smushed it all together so it was like a smooth paste, a bit like a mousse but not quite fluffy enough, more like a nice ganache, and served some little sort of gluten-free wafers to go with it, and it was outstanding. It was really yummy. We had a little bit of chili to go with it, so it had that lovely chocolate chili kind of flavour. So that's a really interesting thing to me about avocados, because I've grown up eating them every day on toast, loads of salt, loads of lemon, all of those delicious flavours. So that's pretty cool. I guess also avocados at the moment are really popular in lots of health fads. They're in people's green smoothies and all that sort of hoo-ha. I'm not really sure what the health benefits are, apart from I know that the oil is quite good for you. It's one of those good oils that you're meant to be having. And I know when I eat them I feel good. And for example, it's my drive down the highway like I described that makes me feel good rather than sleepy. And I feel full after I've eaten them. So the other thing I think that goes with avocado is the things I eat with them are generally fairly healthy things. Poached eggs or seeds and nuts or lemon. Fresh seafood we didn't touch on. Cold prawns, cold crab, smoked salmon, whatever. Those things are all really lovely. And I wonder if that's not because we like seafood with lemon and salt and we like avocado with lemon and salt, so they all just get lemon and salt and go together quite well. Anyway, so that's all I have to say on avocados for this week. Let me know how you like your avocado if you can. You can drop by the blog. I did a post a little while ago. It's called an avocado pear, where I put about 5 recipes up for avocado in a few different styles and ways. If you've got any other things you like doing with them, please let me know. Or maybe you're from a culture where avocado is sweet to you and what I'm talking about to you is strange. Who knows? Anyway, however you like it, happy cooking, and I'll see you next time.